I'm just recording now. No, I think we need this.
Are we starting over?
Oh, hold on, let me... We're locked in.
In cutlery or kitchenware, a fork, from Latin furca, pitchfork, is a utensil now usually made of metal, whose long handle terminates in a head that branches into several narrow and often slightly curved tines, with which one can spear foods, either to hold them, to cut them with a knife, or to lift them to the mouth. Below is a picture of assorted forks, from left to right: dessert fork, relish fork, salad fork, dinner fork, cold cuts fork, serving fork, carving fork.
I'm serving fork.
The history of the fork. Bronze forks made in Persia during the 18th or 9th century. This is the picture below. Bone forks have been found in archaeological sites of the Bronze Age.
Just of that line. What is the word?
It starts with a Q.
Go back.
No.
Kijin. I think it's Kijin. It's Kijin. Yeah, lock it. Do that face the whole time.
It's you reading, but just me making obscene faces.
A stone carving from an Eastern Han tomb in Takwaliang, Swede County, Shaanxi, depicts three hanging two-pronged forks in a dining scene. Similar forks have also been depicted on top of a stove in a scene at another Eastern Han tomb in Swede County, Shaanxi. In ancient Egypt, large forks were used as cooking utensils. In the Roman Empire, bronze and silver forks were used, many surviving examples of which are displayed in museums around Europe. Use varied according to local customs, social class, and type of food.
I can't move the chair.
Wait, what happened?
You failed.
That's forked up. Hold up, we gotta lock back in. We're not even halfway through this page. Oh yeah, you know who you look like? You look like fucking who are the two moon guys from the movie? In ancient Egypt, large forks were used as cooking utensils. In the Roman Empire, bronze and silver forks were used, many surviving examples of which are displayed in museums around Europe. Use varied according to local customs, social class, and type of food, but in earlier periods, forks were mostly used as cooking and serving utensils. Although its origin may go back to ancient Greece, the personal table fork was most likely invented by the Eastern Roman Byzantine Empire, where they were a common use by the 4th century. Records show that by the 9th century, in some elite circles of Persia, a similar utensil known as bargine was in limited use. Chronographers mention the astonishment that the Byzantine princess Theophanu caused to the Westerners because she was using a fork instead of her hands when she was eating. She moved to the West because she married the Holy Roman Emperor Otto II. In addition, according to Peter Damians, the Byzantine princess Maria Argilapoulina brought some golden forks to Venice when she married Giovanni Orselio, the son of Doge Pietro II, Orselio in 1004. Damian condemned the fork as vanity. The same story with Maria Argilapoulina was mistakenly said about the Byzantine princess Theodora Dukaina, who came to Venice to marry the Doge Domenico Salvo and was confused with Maria Argilapoulina Lodo by later authors. By the 11th century, the table fork had become increasingly prevalent in the Italian peninsula before other European regions because of historical ties with the Eastern Roman Empire and as pasta became a greater part of the Italian diet. Although in Portugal, forks were first used around 1450 by Infantana Beatriz, Duchess of Viseu, King Manuel I of Portugal's mother. Only by the 16th century, when they had become part of the Italian etiquette, did forks enter into common use by southern Europe, gaining some currency in Spain and gradually spreading to France. The rest of Europe did not adopt the fork until the 18th century. Pictured is the Sasanian silver fork from the 4th century. The fork's adoption in Northern Europe was slower. It was first described in English by Thomas Coryat in a volume of writings on his Italian travels in 1611, but for many years it was viewed as an unmanly Italian affection. Some writers of the Roman Catholic Church expressly disapproved of its use. St. Peter Damian saw it as an excessive delicacy, and it was not until the 4th century that the fork became commonly used in Great Britain, although some sources say forks were common in France, England, and Sweden already by the 17th century. The fork did not become popular in North America until near the time of the American Revolution. The four-team design became current in the early 19th century. Pictured as an ice cream fork in the early 20th century. Pictured as a carving fork and carving forks. Note folding fork guards. Also pictured as a carving fork from 1640. A right-handed pastry fork with widened left tongue. That's what's going on. I knew I was hearing some other ambient noise. Bread fork. Bread fork. Bread fork.
What the fuck?
Bread fork. Bread fork.
Was that good?
That was perfect. Bread fork. Bread fork.
Did you hear me?
It's a fork. Anyone know anything about forks?
Forkenheimer! The silence that followed.
That's the face I make when I be pooping too hard.